In today's short video, come along with Cecelia and I as we head to Clarksburg to knock out a few different types of landings.
I'm just making little teeny adjustments to keep us like parallel to the runway.
Are we going to do another touch and go?
Yeah. You want to?
Sure.
We'll make this one, we'll do another normal landing so you can shadow, or do we want to try a different kind of landing? Let's do a normal landing, you can shadow, and let's use this to keep track of our landings. We've done one. All right, so when we get to beam our touchdown point here, it's time to set up for landing, and that is carb heat, power back to 1700 RPM, like this. We're inside the white arc, so we go 10 degrees of flaps and just let the nose start to fall over. And now we'll adjust our trim to maintain 90 miles an hour through here. And I can feel the nose going over, so I'm adding back trim as that happens. We're descending about 500 feet per minute, and then we're just looking off our left shoulder. When that touchdown point gets to be 45 degrees off our left shoulder about, we're gonna turn a base leg, which is, you know, kinda now. So let's go ahead and turn. So we kick rudder, feel my feet going in first.
Yeah.
Then we can roll over like this, and then we add just a teeny little bit of back pressure to keep us from, when we add all that extra sideways lift, we lose vertical lift. So we pull back, and then we use a lot of right rudder to keep us coordinated as we roll out of the turn, and then we got to push the nose over just a little. All right, we're on base. Final looks clear, so we go 20 degrees of flaps. That'll help us get slowed down to 80 here. Always looking to make sure we're not going to jump in front of anybody. We see our runway over here. We're perpendicular to the runway. We need to be descending a little bit more, so I'm going to pull out a little bit of power. And we'll just start a real nice easy turn. And how do we do it? We lead with our feet. And then once we're established in the turn, some of that rudder can come out. Very important in these slow flight positions to stay coordinated. Do not want to be uncoordinated in any way here. So we're a little fast and a little high. So we're going to pull some power. We're going to go ahead and dump in our 30 degrees of flaps. That'll help us get slowed down. And I started that turn way too early, can you tell?
Yeah, that's weird.
So now we're kind of like just trying to get over here. A better thing for me to have done would have been corrected further out there and got on center line earlier. But this is fine. We've got tons of time. So now we're under 80, so I'm making real small turns now. We don't want to do anything crazy at slow airspeeds.
Yeah.
We'll pull out even more power because we're still high. See, that's just now turning to 2 red, 2 white, and we're also just a little fast. So let's go ahead and pull out even more power. Help us get down. Now that's looking nice now.
Yeah.
So feel what I'm doing with my feet. I'm steering the nose with my feet. Okay. We've got the runway made. Power's going to real easy come out. We pull back as we do. See, I'm using my feet real gently to steer the nose. Keep it pointing straight down the runway. Let's pitch some more. Let's see if we can get the nose way up. I mean,
Beautiful.
that is how it's done. Carb heat goes in, flaps come up.
It's weird being up in the air and having the airplane.
Hawk 5, Lima, runway 21, cleared option.
Clear for the option 215, we'd like another short approach. All right, let's set up.
Hawk 5, Lima, short approach approved.
All right. So pull back. Okay, here we go. Oh no, we've lost our engine.
Oh no.
Okay. So we pitch right away because we don't want to lose any altitude right here in the first few seconds. And then we're going to just start our turn already. See, I'm watching airspeed real closely, keeping it at 80. Can you see the airspeed indicator?
Yes.
We're going to stay at 80.
My thing the whole time is these trees, the entire time.
Yep.
Trees.
Yep. So that's the thing about West Virginia. I mean, there are places, yeah, there are plenty of places in the country you can fly and everywhere's a runway, basically. Yeah. Not here. All right, let's keep an eye on what we're doing. Be ready to go around should we need to.
Yeah.
I think this one's going to set up much better.
It's making my ears pop like crazy.
I feel like we can actually start turning to the numbers now. A real easy, gentle left-hand banking turn. We better get into the numbers, hadn't we? Don't want to land in the infield. I don't think Clarksburg Tower would appreciate us taking out a bunch of lights here.
No.
See, the other things you got to think about while you're doing this are things like that tower to the left of the runway.
Don't want to hit that.
All right, look at this. That's power off 180. We survived that one, didn't we?
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? All right, checking the engine again. How's it looking? Good?
Yeah.
We're already at rotation speed, so let's do that. Too much up trim, way too much. So you see how the nose tried to go up there?
Yeah.
So you gotta always, you know, I've told you before, but airspeed is life when you're flying. I mean, you have to be conscious of your airspeed at all times. All right, let's do, if it's okay with you, let's do one more landing. Let's do a short field, what would be a short field, which just means we're going to use 40 degrees of flaps, come at our slowest possible approach speed, and try to get down and stopped early. All right, we're pitched for 80. Here's our crosswind turn. That's cool. We did good.
It's so weird being like in the air and having the engine go quiet. Every time you do that, I'm like,
yeah, it's not a sound you ever want to hear when you're not doing it on purpose. I mean,
eerie.
believe me, it would be a much more horrifying experience if we weren't practicing it.
Yeah.
We would normally be higher. The other thing is, if this were to happen while we were out on a trip somewhere, for
We'd be
instance,
way higher.
way higher, tons more time to get somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, to find a landing site. This is really the worst case scenario, within 1,000 feet
And
of the
it's still
ground.
important to like stay calm anyway. So we should hope. Best case scenario, still have like a, oh no, the engine went out, here's what we're gonna do reaction, instead of like a, oh my god.
That's right, because it's not going to help you to freak out. I mean,
Yeah.
you're in a bad situation.
You just need to organize your thoughts early, say here's what we need to start doing now.
That's right, and that's why you practice these kind of simulations, is because it helps you to be able to think clearly in the event of an emergency.
Before, and you can think I've done this before.
That's right. It's very nice to have an airport like Clarksburg so close to us to come to practice at.
Skyhawk 5 to Lima, runway 21, cleared option.
Clear for the option, runway 21, 5 to Lima. And on this one, we'll be departing northbound. If we can get a right turn out, it'd be great.
Skyhawk 5 to Lima, right turn out approved.
5 to Lima. All right, here we go. Let's set up. Carb heat. Power comes back. But this is just going to feel very normal here for like a normal approach and landing.
Okay.
The only thing will be different, you'll see what 40 degrees of flaps feels like. I don't think I've ever put 40 out with you in the airplane, so it's it slows down. Yeah,
Okay.
but it's important that we be able to do it. You know, it's a very important piece.
I hate all levels of flaps equally.
I know. All right, let's turn a base. We're at 90. This is perfect, setting up real perfect. We actually want to stay just a little bit high for this approach, because the other thing that 40 degrees of flaps lets you do, it sounds scary to say, but it lets you kind of dive in. Not dive in, but lets you lose a lot of altitude real quick, which is what we want to do. So I'm going to add a little bit of power just to keep us a little high on final approach. Let's go ahead and go 20. Yeah, see, we're high.
Yeah.
This is what we wanted, though. Final looks clear to me.
Yeah.
Let's go 30. Get slowed down. Actually, I don't want to be much slower than 80 when I make my base to final turn.
Yeah.
That's kind of the safe number. All right, look how high we are.
That's weird.
See? And you might look at this and say, there's no way I can make this.
It looks like you land at the very end of the runway.
Right? So watch what you can do, though. We're at 75 right now.
Uh-huh.
Feel this. Ready?
Oh my god.
Feel that?
I hate it.
Now look. That's 70 miles an hour right there. Now you think we're going to make the runway?
Yeah.
I do. Is that incredible? That's like the speed brakes. And in fact,
That felt like a roller coaster drop. Like it feels like
I
we're
know.
really like.
And I have to. We are. Our nose is way. Look at the attitude indicator. Our nose is literally pointed at the runway. And I even had to add power just now just to get us here. But I'm saying, can you imagine if we'd been closer and that high? Like, how cool would that be to be able to just drop in like that? But now we're going to slow down real fast here too. Watch, because of all that extra drag.
It's already really slow.
Oh yeah, we were at 45 miles an hour when we touched down just now. You can tell already, right, how slow we are just from how we're rolling. 40 degrees of flaps is a huge asset for this airplane. It makes it super versatile if you had to go to like short fields, like little grass strips in the backcountry or somewhere.
Are you going to have to adjust the trim so the nose doesn't come up, or did you not?
I didn't use much trim. I used all elevator that time because I had to push so hard when those 40 degrees of flaps were out. I mean, it was like I had to push to get the nose to come over because the airspeed, when I put them out, it was like falling off.
Yeah.
So I had to push real fast to get it over. Isn't that cool? That's cool. I mean, what it shows you is just how much the airplane will fly.
Yeah.
I mean, as weird as that felt, that was completely normal and well within the flight characteristics of this airplane.
Instinctively, you know how when you're on a roller coaster and it's about to go over, you press your feet really hard into the. I did that the whole time. I was like pressed way back in my chair.
Yeah. So that was a simulated short field landing with. We could have easily stopped and got off the first taxiway.
Yeah.
Fairmont traffic 352 Lima now entering left downwind, runway 23, Fairmont. Alright, here comes 2,000 feet, so you got to pay attention to that too. So to level out, I'm just going to pull back a teeny little bit because we're really fast. We're 110 miles an hour, so I have airspeed to trade for altitude at this point. So I'm just going to pitch. I'm not going to add power in that case. I'm going to pull back because I want to slow down too. Alright, this looks like a pretty good downwind leg. We're right at traffic pattern altitude.
A little bumpy.
Yeah, it seems like it always happens over the river for some reason. Just a little power we're descending, just a skosh. Keeping our eyes out for airplanes.
I don't see anything.
I don't either. We're beam our touchdown point. We're a little bit far out. Carpeet's already in, so let's go ahead and bring back the power. You know the drill. 10 degrees. Nose it on over. Let's get slowed to 90 and pitch for it. Remember our pitch discussion.
Yeah. 90.
Feeling pretty good. See the runway off our left shoulder back here. It's always a little choppy over here.
Yeah.
Fairmont traffic 3852 Lima turning a left base, runway 23 Fairmont.
I don't know what it is, but I love this part of landing at Fairmont for some reason.
I love it too. Fairmont, you got the city over here.
There's a trestle over the river.
It's a good looking approach to Fairmont, it really is.
Yeah.
I need to pull a little power out. We're high and fast. Nobody should be at all surprised. Final looks clear. There's 80. 20 degrees flaps. Fairmont traffic 52 Lima turning final, runway 23 Fairmont. I promise you I did not set us up out here high on purpose. Just kind of happened that way. This is looking real good.
Yeah.
71 miles an hour. Maybe just a, let's not push any power. I have a tendency to think I need power when I don't.
No, it's good.
Oh, we got this by a mile, don't we?
Yeah.
Power's all the way out.
Fine.
That was another greaser, sees?